Imagine standing at the threshold of a brand new year. The clock has struck midnight, and for a brief moment, the world feels full of infinite possibilities. But let me ask you this: how many times have you felt that spark of hope, only to find yourself a year later, stuck in the same place? How many dreams have you shelved, promising yourself next time only to let them slip further away? What if I told you that this very moment right now holds the key to breaking free from that cycle? Not tomorrow, not next month, it's today. Because the truth is, time waits for no one. If you don't take charge of your life now, another year will slip through your fingers, and you'll be left wondering, what if? Time is a paradoxical force, both abundant and fleeting. It is the one resource every human being possesses equally at the start of each day, yet how we use it determines the trajectory of our lives. The irony is that while we intellectually understand the value of time, many of us squander it in ways we wouldn't dream of doing with our money or other possessions. We tell ourselves there's always tomorrow, next week, or next year to pursue our dreams, yet the days slip by like sand through our fingers. And before we know it, another year is gone. The power of awareness lies in breaking this unconscious cycle. It starts with fully grasping the reality of time's passage and the consequences of not acting with intention. Every year, millions of people around the world set resolutions and goals with the best intentions. January begins with a sense of optimism, a belief that this year will be different. Yet by mid-February, studies show that over 80% of resolutions have already been abandoned. Why? It's not a lack of desire or even a lack of capability. It's the lack of awareness. People often fail to recognize how deeply ingrained their habits and thought patterns are. They overestimate their ability to change without first addressing the mindset that has kept them stuck. Awareness is the foundation of transformation because you cannot change what you do not acknowledge. When we let years pass without meaningful change, it's rarely due to a conscious decision. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I think I'll waste today instead. It's the subtle, unnoticed drift into old routines that lulls us into complacency. This is why awareness is so critical. It shines a light on those routines and forces us to confront the truth about how we are spending our time. Think about your daily habits, the things you do automatically without giving them much thought. From the moment you wake up, your mind is already operating on well-worn neural pathways. You check your phone, you pour your coffee, you go through the motions of your day, often without considering whether those actions are serving your greater goals. Awareness invites you to pause and ask yourself the hard questions. Am I living a life that aligns with my values and aspirations? Am I spending my time on things that truly matter? What would I regret not doing if I reached the end of this year in the same place I am now? These are uncomfortable questions, but they are necessary ones. Most people avoid them because they don't want to face the possibility that they've been wasting their potential. But the discomfort of self-reflection is far less painful than the regret of a life unlived. Another critical aspect of awareness is understanding how our environment influences our choices, the people we surround ourselves with, the media we consume, and even the physical spaces we inhabit all shape our behavior, often in ways we don't realize. If you're not intentional about these influences, they can easily pull you away from your goals. Awareness allows you to take stock of these external factors and make adjustments where needed. It empowers you to create an environment that supports your growth instead of hindering it. The beauty of awareness is that it doesn't demand immediate action. It's not about fixing everything at once or making drastic changes overnight. Instead, it's about noticing. It's about paying attention to the moments that make up your day and asking yourself whether they are moving you closer to the life you want to create. This is where the power lies in the ability to see clearly and choose consciously. Once you become aware of how you are spending your time, you gain the ability to direct it more effectively. You stop reacting to life and start living it with purpose. Time, when viewed through the lens of awareness, becomes not just a resource but a canvas. Each moment is an opportunity to paint a new picture, to take a small step toward a larger vision. But if you're not paying attention, those moments slip away and the canvas remains blank. This is why so many people feel a sense of emptiness at the end of a year. They look back and realize they've been busy but not productive. They've filled their days with activity but achieved little of substance. Awareness helps you break free from this cycle by grounding you in the present and reminding you of the finite nature of time. One of the most powerful realizations that come with awareness is that the choices you make today are shaping your future self. Every decision, no matter how small, is a vote for the person you want to become. The question is, are you voting in alignment with your goals, or are you unconsciously reinforcing the status quo? Awareness gives you the clarity to see these patterns and the agency to change them. It reminds you that the life you want is not built in a day, but in the countless moments of intention and effort that make up each day. Human beings are creatures of habit. From the way we think to the way we act, much of our daily lives is governed by patterns we've repeated so often that they feel automatic. These patterns, though, are not random, they are deeply rooted in our experiences, beliefs, and emotions. While they provide a sense of familiarity and comfort, they can also become the invisible chains that keep us stuck in cycles of mediocrity. Breaking free from these old patterns requires more than willpower. It demands a deeper understanding of how they were formed and a commitment to disrupting them intentionally. Most of these patterns begin with our thoughts. The human brain is wired to seek efficiency, and one way it achieves this is by creating shortcuts or neural pathways for repetitive thoughts. Over time, these pathways become so well trodden that they form what can be thought of as mental highways. Imagine, for instance, a recurring thought like, I'm not good enough. If repeated enough, this thought becomes a belief. And the brain starts to reinforce it by looking for evidence in the external world to support it. Every failure, every setback becomes proof of that belief, even if it's not objectively true. This is how a single thought can snowball into a self fulfilling prophecy, shaping actions and ultimately outcomes. Our emotions play a critical role in this process as well. Every thought triggers an emotional response, and those emotions, when felt repeatedly, become familiar states of being. For many people, feelings like fear, frustration, or self doubt are so deeply ingrained that they don't even realize they're operating from those emotional states. These emotions act as fuel for the patterns, ensuring that we continue to think and act in ways that align with them. Breaking old patterns, therefore, is not just about changing your thoughts, but also about shifting the emotional states that sustain them. Behavioral habits are the external manifestations of these internal patterns. If you've ever found yourself procrastinating, overeating, or avoiding difficult conversations, it's likely that these behaviors are tied to underlying thoughts and emotions. For example, procrastination might stem from a fear of failure, while overeating could be a way to numb feelings of inadequacy. These behaviors might provide temporary relief, but they often reinforce the very patterns you're trying to escape. The problem is that because these habits have been repeated so many times, they feel automatic, almost as if they are out of your control. The first step in breaking old patterns is becoming aware of them. You cannot change what you don't recognize. Pay attention to the thoughts that cross your mind throughout the day. Notice the emotions that seem to linger beneath the surface. Observe the actions you take or avoid taking and ask yourself whether they are aligned with the life you want to create. This level of self awareness can be uncomfortable, as it forces you to confront aspects of yourself that you might prefer to ignore. But it is only by shining a light on these patterns that you can begin to dismantle them. Disrupting these patterns requires intention and effort. One powerful way to do this is by interrupting the cycle at its source, your thoughts. The next time you catch yourself thinking a negative or limiting thought, pause and question its validity. Is it based on fact, or is it simply a product of past experiences? Replace it with a thought that is more empowering, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. This is not about forcing yourself to think positively, but about consciously choosing thoughts that align with your desired future rather than your current or past limitations. Emotionally, breaking old patterns involves stepping out of your comfort zone and allowing yourself to feel new states of being. If you've been operating from a place of fear or doubt, practice cultivating emotions like gratitude, curiosity, or confidence. This might feel unnatural at first, but with repetition, your brain will begin to form new neural pathways associated with these emotions. Over time, they will become your new default states, replacing the old ones that no longer serve you. Changing your behaviors is often the most tangible aspect of breaking patterns, but it's also the one that requires the most persistence. Start small. Identify one habit that you know is holding you back and commit to replacing it with a new one. For example, if you have a habit of checking your phone first thing in the morning, replace it with a habit of journaling or meditating. The key is consistency. Each time you choose the new behavior over the old one, You are reinforcing a new pattern and weakening the old one. The process of breaking old patterns is not linear. There will be moments of progress and moments of relapse. What's important is that you approach the process with compassion and curiosity rather than judgment. Each setback is an opportunity to learn more about the patterns you're trying to change and the triggers that activate them. Over time, the new patterns will begin to feel as natural as the old ones once did. The present moment is often overlooked, dismissed as a fleeting point in time that holds little significance compared to the weight of the past or the promise of the future. Yet, the present is the only moment where true change can occur. It is the space in which all possibilities exist, where every decision is made, and where life unfolds. Harnessing the present moment requires a shift in perspective, a realization that now is not merely a bridge between yesterday and tomorrow, but the foundation upon which your entire life is built. Many people live their lives either replaying the past or anticipating the future. They dwell on memories, regrets, or unresolved emotions, allowing the weight of what has been to shape their current reality. Alternatively, they fixate on what might happen, whether with hope or anxiety, constantly projecting themselves into scenarios that may never come to pass. Both tendencies pull attention away from the present moment, leaving it neglected and undervalued. This disconnect from the now creates a life lived on autopilot, where days blur together and opportunities for growth and transformation slip by unnoticed. Harnessing the present moment begins with awareness, becoming conscious of where your focus lies at any given time. It's about recognizing when your mind drifts into the past or the future and gently guiding it back to the here and now. This is not always easy. The mind, conditioned by years of habitual thinking, has a natural tendency to wander. But with practice, it becomes possible to anchor yourself in the present and experience the richness it offers. This act of mindfulness is the first step toward reclaiming your power and taking control of your life. The present moment holds immense creative potential. Every choice you make, no matter how small, is an act of creation that shapes your future. Whether you decide to take a step toward your goals or remain where you are, the consequences of that choice ripple outward, influencing the trajectory of your life. When you understand this, the present moment becomes a canvas on which you can paint the picture of your desired reality. It's not about making grand, sweeping changes all at once. It's about taking consistent, intentional actions in the present that align with your vision for the future. One of the barriers to harnessing the present moment is the belief that change must happen quickly and dramatically to be meaningful. This mindset can lead to frustration and a sense of overwhelm, making it tempting to abandon the effort altogether. But true transformation is often the result of small, deliberate steps taken consistently over time. Each moment offers an opportunity to make a different choice, to think a new thought, to take a single action that moves you closer to your goals. These seemingly insignificant moments accumulate, building momentum and creating lasting change. Living in the present also means letting go of the need for certainty and control. The future is inherently uncertain and the past cannot be changed. Clinging to what was or attempting to predict what will be only serves to drain energy that could be used to create something meaningful now. By embracing the uncertainty of the present moment, you open yourself to possibilities that you might not have considered. This requires trust in yourself, in the process, and in the unfolding of life. It's about surrendering the illusion of control and choosing to focus on what you can do here and now. The present moment is also where you access your deepest intuition and wisdom. When you're fully present, your mind is clear and your awareness expands. You begin to notice things you might have otherwise overlooked, patterns, opportunities, and insights that can guide you toward your goals. This heightened state of awareness allows you to act with greater clarity and confidence, making decisions that are aligned with your true purpose. It's a state of being that connects you to your inner power and enables you to navigate life with intention and grace. Practicing gratitude is one way to deepen your connection to the present moment. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already abundant in your life, grounding you in the here and now. When you take the time to appreciate the present, you begin to see it not as a fleeting moment, but as a gift of space filled with infinite potential. This shift in perspective not only enhances your experience of the present, but also creates a positive feedback loop that attracts more opportunities for growth and fulfillment. Another way to harness the present moment is through deliberate action. While reflection and intention are important, they must be followed by action to create tangible results. And each action you take in the present moment is a declaration of your commitment to your goals and a step toward making them a reality. It's through these actions that you demonstrate your willingness to move beyond fear, doubt, and procrastination, stepping into the life you've envisioned for yourself. The present moment is not a passive state, it's a dynamic, vibrant space filled with energy and possibility. It's where life happens, where choices are made, and where dreams are brought to life. By choosing to fully engage with the now, you reclaim your power and open yourself to the endless opportunities it holds. This is the essence of transformation, to recognize that the only moment you truly have is this one, and to use it to create a life that aligns with your highest potential. Change begins with a choice. At any given moment, you have the power to decide who you want to be and what kind of life you want to create. Yet for many people, this power remains untapped. They wait for the perfect time, the ideal circumstances, or a sign that tells them it's finally okay to take action. But the truth is, the perfect moment will never arrive. Waiting only delays the inevitable truth that change starts now, in the present moment, with a single decision. The question is, are you willing to make that decision? When you decide to change, you are stepping into a realm of uncertainty. The familiar patterns of your past may feel safer, even if they are not serving you. The mind clings to what it knows because predictability offers a sense of control. But growth and transformation require stepping outside that comfort zone into the unknown. This is where most people falter, not because they lack the ability to change, but because they are unwilling to embrace the discomfort that comes with it. The first step is understanding that discomfort is not your enemy, it is a necessary companion on the journey to a better life. The moment you decide to change, you send a powerful signal to yourself and the universe. You declare that you are no longer willing to settle for less than you deserve, and you set a new standard for your life. This decision creates a ripple effect, activating a cascade of opportunities, insights, and shifts in perspective. But the decision alone is not enough. It must be followed by action. Each action you take is a vote for the person you are becoming. It's a demonstration of your commitment to your goals and a testament to your belief in your own potential. Fear often arises in the face of change, and that fear can be paralyzing. It whispers doubts into your mind, convincing you that the risks outweigh the rewards, that failure is inevitable, or that you are not worthy of the life you desire. But fear is not a signal to stop, it is a sign that you are moving in the right direction. Fear shows up when you are stepping into uncharted territory, breaking free from the limitations of your past. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to act in spite of it. Each time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you weaken fear's grip and strengthen your own resolve. Change requires consistency. It's not about making one big leap and expecting everything to fall into place. Real transformation happens through the small, intentional steps you take every day. These steps might seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they build momentum and create lasting change. Imagine planting a seed. At first, it seems like nothing is happening. You water it, tend to it, and still the surface remains unchanged. But beneath the soil, roots are forming, preparing for the moment when the first sprout breaks through. Change works in much the same way. The results may not be immediate, but with patience and persistence, they will come. One of the most powerful tools for creating change is clarity. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it's easy to get lost or distracted. Clarity acts as a compass, guiding your actions and decisions. Take the time to envision the life you want to create in vivid detail. What does it look like? How does it feel? Who do you need to become to live that life? The clearer your vision, the more motivated and focused you will be. This vision becomes your anchor, a reminder of why you started and a source of strength when challenges arise. Change also requires letting go of what no longer serves you. This might mean releasing old habits, beliefs, or relationships that are holding you back. It's not always easy to let go, especially when those things have been a part of your life for so long. But holding on to them only keeps you tethered to the past, preventing you from moving forward. Letting go is an act of courage and self-respect. It creates space for new opportunities and allows you to step into the person you are meant to be. Accountability is another essential element of change. When you hold yourself accountable for your actions and decisions, you take ownership of your life. This doesn't mean being overly critical of yourself or expecting perfection. It means being honest about where you are, where you want to go, and what you need to do to get there. Accountability also involves recognizing your progress and celebrating your wins, no matter how small. Each milestone is a reminder of how far you've come and a motivator to keep going. The process of change is not linear. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt, but these are not signs of failure, they are opportunities for growth. Every obstacle you encounter is a chance to learn, adapt, and strengthen your resolve. It's through these challenges that you discover your true strength and resilience. Change is not about avoiding difficulties, it's about facing them head on and choosing to keep moving forward. Time is the most precious resource you have. Unlike money, possessions, or opportunities, time cannot be earned back once it's gone. Every second that passes is a moment of your life spent, whether intentionally or not. The realization of this truth is both sobering and empowering. It underscores the urgency of taking control of how you use your time and aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. For many people, this understanding arrives too late, leaving them with regret for the time they wasted on things that didn't bring them closer to their goals or fulfill their potential. The way you spend your time reflects your priorities, whether consciously chosen or unconsciously dictated by habit and circumstance. Look at how you structure your day. Are you spending hours scrolling through social media, engaging in meaningless distractions, or procrastinating on tasks that could move your life forward? These small, seemingly insignificant choices accumulate over time, shaping the trajectory of your life. Each moment spent on something that doesn't serve your growth or happiness is a moment taken away from what truly matters. The key to reclaiming your time is awareness. You must first become conscious of where your time is going. Many people live their lives on autopilot, unaware of how much time they lose to distractions and unproductive habits. Start by examining your daily routines. How much time do you spend on activities that genuinely contribute to your goals and well being? How much is wasted on things that have no real value? This level of self reflection can be uncomfortable, as it forces you to confront habits and patterns that you may not be proud of. But it is only by becoming aware of these patterns that you can begin to change them. Once you understand where your time is going, the next step is to become intentional about how you use it. Time management is not about cramming as much as possible into your day, it's about focusing on what's most important. This requires clarity about your priorities and a willingness to let go of things that don't align with them. Ask yourself what truly matters to you. What are your long term goals? What kind of life do you want to create? The answers to these questions will guide your decisions and help you allocate your time in a way that aligns with your vision. One of the most effective ways to manage your time is to set clear boundaries. This means learning to say no to things that don't serve your goals or add value to your life. Many people struggle with this because they fear disappointing others or missing out on opportunities. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you are saying no to something that does. Setting boundaries is not about being selfish, it's about respecting your time and ensuring that it is spent on what truly matters to you. Discipline is another crucial aspect of reclaiming your time. Even with the best intentions, it's easy to fall back into old habits or get sidetracked by distractions. Discipline is what keeps you focused and committed, even when it's difficult. It's about choosing what you want most over what you want in the moment. This might mean waking up earlier to work on your goals, resisting the urge to check your phone during productive hours, or dedicating time to learning and personal growth instead of mindless entertainment. These small acts of discipline, repeated consistently, create the foundation for a life of purpose and achievement. It's also important to recognize that not all time is created equal. The quality of your time matters just as much as the quantity. Spending an hour fully focused on a meaningful task is far more valuable than spending 3 hours half-heartedly working while distracted. This is where the concept of deep work comes into play. Deep work involves dedicating uninterrupted time to tasks that require focus and effort, allowing you to produce high-quality results in less time. To practice deep work, eliminate distractions, set specific goals for each session, and commit fully to the task at hand. Another way to make the most of your time is to align your activities with your natural energy levels. Pay attention to when you feel most alert and focused during the day and schedule your most important tasks during those times. Conversely, use periods of lower energy for less demanding activities. This approach maximizes your productivity and ensures that you are working in harmony with your body's natural rhythms rather than against them. Gratitude also plays a role in how you perceive and use your time. When you are grateful for the time you have, you are less likely to squander it on meaningless pursuits. Gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you see each moment as an opportunity rather than an obligation. This mindset makes it easier to prioritize what truly matters and let go of things that don't. It also fosters a sense of fulfillment and contentment as you begin to appreciate the value of the time you have and the potential it holds. Taking control of your time is not just about productivity, it's about creating a life that aligns with your values, goals, and passions. It's about ensuring that the moments of your life are spent in ways that bring you closer to the person you want to become and the legacy you want to leave behind. Your mindset shapes your reality in ways that are both profound and often underestimated. The thoughts you hold, the beliefs you nurture, and the perspective you choose to adopt all influence the actions you take and the outcomes you experience. It's not just about thinking positively or visualizing success, it's about cultivating a deep, intrinsic belief in your ability to grow, adapt, and succeed regardless of the circumstances. This belief system is the foundation upon which all meaningful change is built, and it is the key to creating a life of purpose, fulfillment, and achievement. Many people go through life unaware of the power their mindset holds over their experiences. They attribute their successes and failures to external factors, such as luck, timing, or the actions of others, without realizing that their internal world is just as, if not more, influential. A fixed mindset, a belief that abilities, intelligence, and talents are static and unchangeable, can keep you trapped in patterns of fear and limitation. It prevents you from taking risks, embracing challenges, or learning from mistakes because you perceive failure as a reflection of your worth rather than an opportunity for growth. On the other hand, a growth mindset is rooted in the understanding that your potential is not fixed. It recognizes that effort, persistence, and resilience are the driving forces behind success, and that challenges are stepping stones to greater understanding and capability. When you adopt a growth mindset, you open yourself to possibilities that were previously hidden by the constraints of self doubt and fear. You begin to see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to innovate, adapt, and prove to yourself just how much you are capable of achieving. To shift your mindset, you must first become aware of the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. These beliefs often operate on a subconscious level, influencing your thoughts and actions without you even realizing it. They may stem from past experiences, societal conditioning, or the opinions of others, but their power lies in your acceptance of them as truth. Question these beliefs. Are they based on fact, or are they assumptions you've internalized over time? Once you identify them, challenge them with evidence to the contrary and replace them with empowering beliefs that support your growth and potential. The language you use, both in your thoughts and in your speech, is another key factor in shaping your mindset. Words carry energy and meaning, and the way you talk to yourself can either uplift you or hold you back. Pay attention to your internal dialogue. Do you criticize yourself harshly, focus on your shortcomings, or dismiss your achievements? If so, it's time to rewrite that narrative. Speak to yourself with the same kindness, encouragement, and support you would offer a loved one. Affirm your abilities, acknowledge your progress, and remind yourself of your worth. This shift in language creates a ripple effect, influencing not only how you feel, but also how you show up in the world. Gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating a positive and resilient mindset. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you train your mind to see abundance rather than scarcity. Gratitude shifts your perspective, helping you recognize the opportunities and blessings that already exist in your life. It also fosters a sense of contentment and optimism, which can strengthen your resolve in the face of challenges. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or denying reality. It means choosing to focus on the good, even amidst the bad. This practice rewires your brain over time, making it easier to approach life with a mindset of possibility and hope. Another essential aspect of mindset transformation is the willingness to embrace discomfort. Growth and change are rarely comfortable, and the fear of stepping outside your comfort zone can be a significant barrier to progress. But discomfort is a sign that you are pushing beyond your limits, breaking free from old patterns, and expanding your capacity for growth. Instead of avoiding discomfort, learn to welcome it as a necessary part of the process. Each time you face a fear, take a risk, or try something new, you are building the mental and emotional resilience needed to thrive in the face of adversity. Visualization is a powerful practice that can help you align your mindset with your goals. When you vividly imagine yourself succeeding, achieving your dreams, or overcoming challenges, you activate the same neural pathways in your brain as you would by actually experiencing those things. This primes your mind for success and increases your confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. Visualization is not about wishful thinking, it's about training your brain to recognize and seize opportunities, to stay motivated in the face of setbacks, and to remain focused on your desired outcomes. The people you surround yourself with also have a significant impact on your mindset. Your environment influences your beliefs, behaviors, and perceptions, often in subtle but powerful ways. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities that encourage you to aim higher and believe in your potential. At the same time, be mindful of those who may unconsciously reinforce limiting beliefs or negativity. Protect your mindset by setting boundaries and choosing relationships that uplift and empower you. Mindset transformation is an ongoing journey, not a one time shift. It requires continuous effort, reflection, and adjustment. There will be times when old patterns resurface or self doubt creeps in. These moments are not failures, but reminders to recommit to the path of growth and possibility. By consistently nurturing a positive and empowered mindset, you build the foundation for a life that reflects your highest potential and deepest aspirations. Every thought, belief, and action matters, and each moment offers an opportunity to choose the mindset that will lead you to the life you desire.